Alright, so we got a fun little story this morning. Apparently, Drew Gibson decided to come out with his own hoodie that says "fore" on it because of the Las Vegas challenge, Anthony Barella hitting the volunteer, and he put a picture of the volunteer in the sand pit next to the picture of the hoodie, and said that's the reason he's coming out with the hoodie, to notify volunteers they need to stay out of the way. And I think he even did hashtag pay attention or get out of the way or something like that. And the tournament director for the Las Vegas challenge, they decided to snap back, and they're standing up for their volunteer, and they are actually retaliating, which I think is a huge mistake. They're asking people to go to Drew Gibson's Facebook and Instagram and attack him in the comments and basically harass him in any way possible. They're basically saying that what Drew Gibson is doing is going to hurt this person's reputation. Now, whether that's the case, I'm not sure, but also acting like a high school drama situation to where you're going to tell your followers to go harass Drew Gibson's social media pages just doesn't make any sense. You're doing the same thing he did to your guy. Regardless, the one thing I wanted to say is a lot of these volunteers, some of them actually do go there because they care. A lot of them do, and they are very important to these big events because if you have to pay these people, then it's going to take away from the players' profits. So there is kind of a give and take here. But from my experience at being at some of these events, there's a handful, I'm not going to say majority, but a handful of these volunteers, they only sign up because they want to meet the pros. And from my experience, I know of at least 2 to 3 people firsthand that have gone to these tournaments, and they sign up just so they can get a disc, and they go and they try to get on the cards, to volunteer on the card to keep score, and then throughout the entire round, they're asking the pros for their signatures, and they're trying to communicate with them, talk to them on a first-name basis. So we also have to understand that some of the volunteers aren't there because they genuinely care about the outcome of the sport or the game, but only for their own personal gain. And I just want to touch on a couple of those. Let me know what you guys think. I don't necessarily think anybody's in the wrong. People do gimmick stuff like this all the time. The story is going to be over in like 2 or 3 days. Drew Gibson, he's going to sell maybe 100, 200 hoodies. It's not going to kill this man's reputation, who's a volunteer. And like I said, you don't know what end of the volunteer he was. Is he just there to meet the pros, or was he there because he actually cared? If he was there because he actually cared, then I kind of feel bad for the guy. But at the same time, you do need to be paying attention at all times. He could have cost Anthony Barella, a spot higher in the rankings. Don't know if he would have got first, but he did cost him a little bit there. At least a headache for a couple holes. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, this story is going to be dead in like 2 or 3 days, so it's not that big of a deal, but I'm trying to get used to having fun and doing more videos that involve the sport. So thank you. Have a good day.